To your KPhA, we are thrilled that you are here to help us celebrate Pharmacists Month. Thank you for being a part of this day. I think we'll have additional guests to come and be a part of it throughout the day as well. It's my privilege to recognize our president, Bob Oakley, to really be our master of ceremonies today.
Okay, so thank you. It's kind of hard to be the master of ceremonies when I really wasn't given a script as far as what to do. But I think we're going to start with the presentation from Coleman, representing Governor Stephen Beshear. So I'll turn it over to Coleman.
Well, that was short.
They didn't tell me anything else to say.
Looking like a good president, I'll tell you. Well, it's my pleasure.
This is also the face that you will see on KET.
Oh,
If you see Coleman and his family,
we love Coleman.
I know. I had to slide that in there because I thought you were such a media star to be right there.
Well, now my head's not going to get back in the car. So. Oh well, I was telling them the story. You know, KET comes and they ask us to do this commercial, and my wife's like, "Oh yeah, we need to do this," and I said, "No, I'm not so convinced." But of course, as I was just telling someone, I've not won an argument in 11 years. So obviously, I get to my house and there's camera crew. Well, we've got a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old, and my 4-year-old sees the commercial and says, "Daddy, look, I'm on TV." And I said, "Well, son, yeah, so is your mom and your brother and your daddy." He said, No, but look at me." And so he would be the first to tell you, Daddy is not the star at all. It's little Coleman, and maybe his little brother, and his mom and his dad were just the vehicles by which he has achieved his stardom. So, we're not given to being shy in our family, but it's my honor and pleasure really to be here again. I think this is the second or third year that I've been fortunate enough to be here and bust in on your meeting to present this proclamation. But it's something I always look forward to, more so this year because Victoria, my wife, her cousin is about to join your ranks. Yeah. And so now, look, I don't know who's happier, Christina or her parents who have been putting the bill. But either way, it's important for us, and it means something to us as a family to have Christina become a licensed pharmacist. And I told Christina the other day, for us, it's become more personal. I think there are almost 9,000 licensed pharmacists across the Commonwealth. But what that represents in real terms, I just talked about my little boys, but in real terms, when you become an adult, you can sometimes take your pharmacist for granted. But the most comforting thing for me as a daddy has been, the first time Cole got pink eye, or the time that Carter, goes to school, comes back, hand, foot, and mouth, and you want to trust your pediatrician, fine. But it was the pharmacist who looked at Victoria and I, understanding that, that fear in our eye that they had seen time and time and time again, reassuring us that we weren't going to kill him. Moxicillin really was going to be okay. The drops that you give for pink eye, you're not going to poke his eye out. It was our pharmacist who greets us by name, who understands our concerns, who really cares for us in a way that is so rare. Those are things that you cannot teach in school. You cannot do anything but know that this is a field that if your heart's not in it, you're not going to last long.
Amen, Brother Coleman.
So it's personal for us. This field is personal for us. It has been, I'll just say, a lifeline to us as new parents. Our pharmacists even, there are times that we go pick up prescriptions for ourselves, and they just kind of look at us, and Jim, who's one of our pharmacists, who's really become a part of the family, says, "It's okay, it'll pass. They're going to grow up, it's going to be okay." There's nothing wrong with the boys, they're just 4 and 5. And Jim recognizes that, we're just tired at some point. And that's just important. And so the capacity to proclaim this month as Pharmacist Month across the Commonwealth is not lost on us in this administration. I know we've not always made it easy, but what I also know more than anything is that what we all want is better service for our people. Expanding the scope of care, expanding the scope of ability for families to get quality care where they are. I grew up in a small town, Cynthiana, and I know a lot of you know where Cynthiana is, and know some of the quality pharmacists that really made that town and towns like it what it is. And I not been terribly successful in convincing Victoria to move to Cynthiana. We got close. We got to Georgetown. That apparently is as close as we're getting. But part of that is because of folks like you that really made. You know, when my family was homeless and my mother was working 3 and 4 jobs, you know, just praying that we didn't get sick. The moments that we did were made a little easier because we had pharmacists in our town who didn't, who cared about their bottom line but cared about our health more. And again, it's not lost on me the care that you provide, the people that you are, and the care by which millions, literally millions of Kentuckians are empowered by because you're here. So it's my pleasure, Dr. Bob. President Bob, you have a lot of titles. Well deserved to present you this proclamation on behalf of not only the governor, who is on a plane now to Germany. So my life's going to get a little easier for the next week.
So we could do a few YouTubes.
I'll tell you. I know you used to have the governor here, and trust me, I may not even be around next year. So I'll make sure that we get him here. I'll just guilt him into coming. But as bummed as you are, and as you know, you get the second show with me being here. My life's about to get a little easier. So, really, on behalf of the governor, on behalf of our administration, and on behalf of 4.3 million Kentuckians, this is a well-deserved month, and thank you for all that you do month in and month out, day in and day out, to really make our lives better. All right.
I know this is kind of impromptu, but what I really would love to do is for anybody that can come up and be in the photo.